So apparently there's a famous record store called the Electric Fetus. Weird name, I know. But in my experience, in Minnesota, it's a pretty popular record store. And the Electric Fetus, there used to be one in Duluth, and my dad told me about it around the time I first started collecting records. And he told me it, and while we were in Duluth, we were going to go to it, but then realized it was permanently closed in Duluth. But a few weeks ago when I was in the Twin Cities, I went to the Electric Fetus, and I gotta say, not worth the hype. It's not a good record store. It's like, I had not been to the Twin Cities at that time since before I started collecting records. And I imagine there'd be some really good record stores in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Went to a few? No, not really. The Electric Fetus is the main one, and here was my experience. Walked in right as it opened, and a bunch of people were waiting outside for it to open. It's a big-ass record store, like about the size of maybe 2 of my house. And humongous selection. CD, vinyl, cassette, yada yada yada. But they do what a lot of record stores do that I do not like. They prioritize the new selection and put the used selection off, usually below the new selection in unorganized, poorly stored bins, and upcharge a heck of a lot of money on new records. I saw Queen Rock Montreal there on vinyl. Considered getting it because it was an album I wanted to get, and I said, nope, I ain't paying $82 for something that's $60 on Amazon, although I never got it on Amazon. It's a story I've explained like once before, but mentioned numerous times, and I'm not going to explain it in this video. Also, they sold THC products, which, nothing wrong with that, but like, I had heard a bunch of jokes about Minnesotans being like stoners and stuff from like Charlie Barron's. It's really only Minneapolis, St. Paul. I'm from rural northern Minnesota, and we're not a bunch of stoners up here. When I was in the Twin Cities a few weeks ago, THC beverages and THC stuff were sold everywhere, and also we could smell weed. But a record store selling THC drinks? Anyway, despite the fact that Electric Fetus had a lot of hype, still can't beat my personal favorite record store, which I am going to reveal for once. I have a sticker of it on my water bottle, Sundown Records in Bemidji. There are a few record stores in Bemidji, and I've been to, really Sundown Records is like the only record store. Well, then there's Trove and Tea, which when I first went there, I got a bunch of records for a really good price, but ever since then, every time I've gone there, it's like I haven't really gotten that good of stuff. I haven't gotten anything. Yeah, like Bemidji has some antique stores, record stores, but like they're all pretty bad compared to Sundown Records, because like I've gotten exceptional service whenever I've gone there, and I've always found something good when I've gone there too, every time. And I haven't been there for a few months. Next time I'm in Bemidji, I'll probably go though. Pretty far from Bemidji though, but